Talk about sports, baby. From the stands of a sports fan, my man Pots and Pans. What's a dang on deal? Kicking with KC. Hey, yo, first story coming from NBCNews.com. Ryan James Wedding, a Canadian former Olympic snowboarder allegedly behind one of the most violent drug trafficking organizations, was arrested Thursday night in Mexico, FBI Director Kash Patel said. Authorities believe Wedding, who's 44 years old, is a member of the Sinaloa cartel and had been hiding in Mexico for more than a decade while running and participating in a transnational drug trafficking operation, Patel said Friday in a post on X. Court documents allege that Wedding's crime spree began in 2008, 6 years after he participated representing Canada in the Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City, Utah. Federal prosecutors said he traveled to San Diego with two other men to buy some of that Florida snow. According to the documents, the dealer the men had allegedly arranged to meet was working undercover for the FBI. Wedding was arrested and found guilty of conspiring to distribute that candy. Following the November 2009 trial, he was sentenced to 48 months in federal prison and released in December 2011, court records show. Federal law enforcement said in the unsealed indictment that he founded his criminal drug enterprise after his release. The former athlete was charged in a September 2024 superseding indictment with attempted murder and other counts related to alleged drug enterprise. Wedding's organization is responsible for shipping about 60 metric tons of that Christina Aguilera through Southern California. Akil Davis, the assistant director of the FBI's Los Angeles field office, said at a news conference. He's also accused of orchestrating multiple hits of victims and government witnesses. One alleged victim was a federal witness who's supposed to testify against him. The witness was fatally hit at a restaurant after authorities said Wedding placed a hit or put some cheese on his head and used a Canadian website to find the witness and his wife. March 2025, he was added to the FBI's 10 most wanted list of fugitives, and there was a $15 million reward for information leading to his arrest or prosecution. In November 2025, a grand jury indictment was unsealed, charging him in the death of that said witness. I'm talking about this man right here. Ryan Wedding, former Canadian Olympic snowboarder or skier or something like that. It's not like he got gold or bronze or silver or nothing like that. He actually placed 24th, according to the records that I saw in his event. So, I mean, he made it to the Olympics. He's still a top athlete in the world, but he wasn't like a notable athlete, with that being said. But outside of that, amazing. Couple things I took away from this. One, we all, for the most part, have heard that Olympic athletes really don't make any money outside of sponsorships. How do you make money as a track star, as a snowboarder, other than just participating in the Olympics and being a top athlete and getting placing 24th ain't about to get you a McDonald's sponsorship, is what I'm saying. So he wasn't getting no bread like that. So that's why they said the court documents show that it started in 2008, about 6 years after his Olympic, debut in Salt Lake City. I don't want to make any excuses, and I'm not. It's unfortunate because it comes along with a hit that he made. So a life was taken. So yeah, you should definitely go. Other than that, man, my man's just young man's moving that dough. Tis what it is, baby. I don't know, but Ryan Wedding, one of the most basic looking white men that I've seen in a long time, which though sometimes don't you be surprised, those are the actual main ones. He's actually finally caught. We're going to see what happens to him. We're going to try to follow this process and see what happens to him, what he actually gets. But let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show 313-466-4386. I do have another topic I want to talk about. Oh, yeah. Let me take this out. Hey, man, so when I get into this, I do want to let this be known. I am a D Rose fan, bro. I'm a D Rose fan, fam. Like, I'm a D Rose fan. I'm just gonna put it like that. But I'm gonna be objective right here. This is coming from NBA.com. Tonight, Saturday night, January 24th, 2026, in Chicago, Derrick Rose withdrawing greatness inside the United Center as his number 1 jersey is raised to the Raptors, hanging alongside the likes of Jordan, number 23, and Scottie Pippen, number 33. But the journey to Saturday's jersey retirement was not that simple. It faced long odds and countless challenges along the way, beginning March 20th, 2008. On May 3rd, 2011, though, Rose made history becoming the NBA's youngest MVP, a.k.a. most valuable player at just 22 years old, a distinction previously held by Wes Unseld at 23 in 1969. Rose ran away with the award, earning 113 of 120 first-place votes. The Bulls entered the first round of the 2011-2012 playoffs against the Philadelphia 76ers. Then disaster struck. In the closing minutes of the Game 1 victory, Rose was lost for the remainder of the playoffs with a torn left ACL. After missing the entire 2012-2013 season, Rose returned to the court to start the 2013-14 season, but his comeback was quickly thwarted by another injury, a torn meniscus, this time in his right knee on November 12th, 2013. That will require season-ending surgery as well. Derrick Rose's number 1 real jersey will hang next to Jordan's number 23, Pippen's number 33, Bob Love's number 5, and Jerry Sloan's number 4, as Rose becomes only the 5th Bull honored with a jersey retirement. Well done. Well said. Now, as I actually talk about this, I want to do some research, because I want to know Bob Love and Jerry Sloan and if they won championships for Chicago. Because I want to say this with all due respect. If you've been listening, you may not have listened to the show before. I want to say this. Bob Love, by the way, we just want to get into this. Bob Love for the Chicago Bulls. See if he's ever won a championship for Chicago. His jersey is retired. Played a lot of years. He won a lot of MVPs. A lot of MVPs. Oh, no. He was like in the running for MVP. Okay. Defensive, okay. So well-rounded player. Bob Love, Robert Earl Love, a.k.a. Butterbean or Bean. How about this? We ask straight up. I want to know. Okay.
Hi, I'm Gemini. We're about to go live, where you can explore complex topics. Great, let's get. You can always change.
Okay, please.
Okay, I'm here whenever you're ready.
Let's start. I want to know, did Bob Love ever win a championship with the Chicago Bulls?
Bob Love did not win a championship with the Chicago Bulls. He was a prominent player for the team during the 1970s, leading them in scoring for 7 consecutive seasons and earning 3 NBA All-Star appearances. But the teams during that time did not win a title.
Okay. Now, did Jerry Sloan ever win a championship with the Chicago Bulls?
Yes, Jerry Sloan did win championships with the Chicago Bulls, but as a coach, not a player. He was an assistant coach for the teams that won their first 3 championships during their first three-peat in the early 1990s. Okay. He was also a foundational player for the Bulls back in the 60s and 70s, but not during that time.
I'm gonna be honest. I know about Jerry Sloan, but I didn't know he was a player for Chicago. Check this out. My point behind this is to have your jersey retired or even go into the Hall of Fame. There's levels to this. Now, you are getting your jersey retired, and I say this with all due respect because I love D Rose. Top 7 of my favorite players of all time. I promise you, bro. This coming from all love. But you getting your jersey retired with Michael Jordan, bro, and Scottie Pippen. Now listen, the only reason why I'm gonna give Bob Love and Jerry Sloan some slack because they came before Jordan era. When Jordan came there, he set the standard, fam. To me personally, if you're going to get your jersey retired in any stadium, you need to at least win a championship. Now, if you're going to get your jersey retired in Chicago, the standard is high. D Rose did not get it. Didn't even get them to the finals. So to have your jersey retired, it's kind of, I'm questioning it. I don't know. Now, don't get me wrong. I think he deserves something. I wouldn't even be mad at like a statue, maybe. I'm not going to lie. I don't know. A statue. Maybe not a statue. But put his name in a Ring of Honor or something like that. How about name in a Ring of Honor? But a jersey retirement, I don't know, bro. I love, you know what? Listen, he's right up under like anybody else, bro. I will want D Rose, but I love D Rose, bro. Pause. Like, one of the greatest players ever, bro. Like I said, top 7. He might be top 5 for me, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. One of the most, anytime anybody describes D Rose, they say explosive. Him and Russell Westbrook, when they first came out in that 08 draft or whatever, whenever Russell Westbrook came out, I believe it was around the same time, bro. Between 08 and 2012, bro, they had the NBA on fire, bro. And they were my 2 favorite players. D Rose and Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook's still my favorite player to this day. But D Rose and Russell Westbrook, most explosive guards and players ever, bro. So I love D Rose, but to get your jersey retired, number 1 can never be worn. Like, I love it, don't get me wrong, but what? I don't know. The standard is so high. It's going to be next to Jordan and Pippen, who won 6 of them things. 2 3-peats. Jerry Sloan was a player, didn't win like Google Gemini just said, didn't win one as a player, but as the general manager or being a part of one of the executive team of the Bulls during those 2 3-peats. Come on, fam. Or the first 3-peat. He deserved it too, bro. D Rose, bro. It's all love. And it's happening tonight, if not already happened, in Chicago United Center. So congratulations to D Rose. I just want to say that with all love, sir. All love. Please don't take it wrong. I love you, bro. D Rose, man. Well deserved. I'm gonna say that. Well deserved. And the standard can't be no lower. D Rose is the standard now. At the very minimum. You got to be like, man, listen, bro. Hey, I'm sorry, man. I'm a D Rose fan. And I'm definitely a Jordan fan. But, you know, I get it, bro. You being a Chicago native, being from Chicago, loving the Bulls, playing that, man, drafted, youngest MVP. Bro, I love you. I love you, bro. Pause. I love you, D Rose. Good stuff, bro. Good stuff, bro. You made 2008. I graduated from high school in 2007. From 2008 to 2000, like I was in college at the time. But I was watching basketball and understanding it and loving it more, bro. And like I said, you made me start loving the game more. I was like, damn, I got to watch D Rose, bro. Oh my God, bro. His game was so crazy. Oh my God. Oh. Man, I'm about to shed a tear on this mug, man. Hey, D Rose, man, well deserved, fam. I love you, bro. It's no disrespect from here, bro. No disrespect, man. I'm talking like I know he watching the show, fam. Hey, it's all love right here, family. Let me know what you think about D Rose. Do he deserve to get his jersey retired right next to Jordan and Scottie Pippen? Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. I'm objective. And I can still say that. As a fan of D Rose, I can still kind of question that. Next new topic, man, to really get into. This topic right here coming from NBCSports.com. You see it? The Steelers have confirmed Mike McCarthy is set to become their next head coach. The team announced they have reached a verbal agreement with McCarthy on Saturday afternoon. The announcement comes after multiple reports indicated that the Steelers had decided to make McCarthy their fourth head coach since 1969. McCarthy has a 174-112 2 draws regular season record and an 11-11 postseason record over 18 years as the head coach of the Packers and the Cowboys. That postseason record includes Green Bay's Super Bowl, what's that, Super Bowl 25, 35? Wait, excuse me, 45? Super Bowl 45 win over his new employers, over the Steelers. That kind of experience makes the 62-year-old McCarthy a major department from his immediate predecessors in Pittsburgh. Chuck Noll, Bill Collar, and Mike Tomlin had no head coaching experience when the Steelers hired them. All three of those coaches went on to win at least one Super Bowl during their time in their job. And the Steelers will be hoping McCarthy can deliver the same type of success. Wow. Big shoes to fill, McCarthy. Congratulations. It was announced today, Saturday, January 24th, 2026. With that being said, the Steelers, they say, is only the fourth head coach since 1969. Basically, almost only the fourth head coach in 60 years. They keep coaches for a very long time, if you haven't noticed. Mike Tomlin was there for 19. He's the only Steelers coach I knew for the most part. So Mike McCarthy, the standard is high. We're all expecting you to do at least what Mike Tomlin did and exceed. Now, this is what they're also saying, the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers is not ruled out. Mike McCarthy is a former head coach of the Packers when Aaron Rodgers was there. So, will Aaron Rodgers actually stay knowing that Mike McCarthy is the coach now? We could. He didn't announce his retirement yet. And the Steelers are still interested in an Aaron Rodgers return. Could this be Aaron Rodgers' official last year giving it a swing with Mike McCarthy as the head coach of the Steelers? Is Mike McCarthy a good fit? Didn't do a significant job with the Cowboys. I didn't really like him as a Packers head coach. This is coming from a Detroit Lions fan. So, I mean, I'm biased on that end, I'll say. But hey, maybe. We'll see. You just never know. I just don't like Mike McCarthy. I just got to say it like that. I don't like Mike McCarthy personally. He was a Green Bay Packers head coach during a time where I didn't like the Green Bay Packers, which I never liked the Green Bay Packers, being in the NFC North Division with the Detroit Lions. So, congratulations. But, I'm not going to say I'm wishing you success. Especially following Mike Tomlin's shoes, filling his shoes. You know what? I actually hope you prove me wrong. That's what I do. I hope you prove me wrong. You actually get a good win out there with the Steelers. But Steelers going back to a white head coach. Something new out there. No more black head coach for the Steelers, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. I think we're going to keep it in the football realm. And that was so funny, dog. This coming from Yahoo Sports, sports.yahoo.com. Cleveland Browns search for their next head coach at another bump in the road on Thursday. That's because Jesse Minter, who spent the past 2 seasons as defensive coordinator of the Los Angeles Chargers, will not be attending his scheduled second interview with the Browns. According to Mary Kay Cabot, At Cleveland.com, Mentor reportedly believes that there are better opportunities available as he's drawn interest from the Arizona Cardinals, Las Vegas Raiders, Steelers, and Baltimore Ravens. Obviously, the Steelers is the one that's, as far as the head coach is concerned. This is the second time this week that candidates has said that the Cleveland Browns was not a preferred destination. On Tuesday, Mike McDaniel informed the team that he was withdrawing his name from consideration and subsequently accepted the offensive coordinator position with the Los Angeles Chargers. Which is actually kind of funny, right? Anyway, on Tuesday, we already said that. Losing out on McDaniel is likely not the end of the world, but it does put the Browns in a position of needing to interview another minority candidate to comply with the NFL's Rooney Rule. If the second interview with Shields goes off as planned, that would be one minority candidate. But General Manager Andrew Berry would still need to interview another minority candidate. That's what I don't like. When it comes down to stuff like that, that's as a African American man, as a black man, that's what I don't like about the Rooney Rule and the requirements to have to interview somebody who is a minority. That's what I don't like. Because now, like, they have to just to have it on record. So they're going to basically waste somebody's time. Knowing they probably don't want to do it, but they have to do it because of the Rooney Rule. The Rooney Rule, by the way, based off the owners of the Steelers who just hired a white man. Not to say that they always have to hire a black man, but, you know, just interesting, right? So now the Cleveland Browns had two people, at the very least, say, nah, you can take my name off that list. I'm good. That's the crazy thing to me. So, with that being said, and I believe Mentor just took the Jacksonville Jaguars head coaching job. Nope, they're not looking for a head coach. Excuse me. He took some job, if I'm not mistaken. I just recently saw that. But either way it goes, Cleveland Browns are in trouble. They let go of a head coach with nobody in mind. Or nobody in the back pocket already. They had two people already say, nah, I'm straight. But let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat, in the comments, or call into the show, 313-466-4386. Let me see. Keep going. How's this signal looking? Oh, the signal looking kind of... Okay, we got it. All right. Yeah. There it is. All right, so next topic we get into... It's coming from KCTV5.com. On Friday, Division I Cabinet approved the proposal that allows sports programs at Division I universities to put sponsorship logos and patches on uniforms, equipment, and apparel for any non-NCAA championship competition. Josh Whitman, athletics director at Illinois and chair of the cabinet, said the move continues the NCAA's efforts to be more flexible with its rules to help schools serve their unique needs. It comes as a revenue-sharing model, now permit universities to pay student athletes to be part of their teams, and increased revenue streams are needed. The rule change goes into effect August 1st, 2026, and allows all Division I teams to wear up to 2 additional commercial logos on their uniforms and apparel, and 1 additional commercial logo on equipment during preseason and regular season games. Missouri considers a ban on college athlete prop bets after NCAA basketball betting. Yeah, that wasn't supposed to be there. An additional logo is allowed on uniforms and apparel on conference championships if a university chooses to do that. Commercial patches are restricted to a maximum of 4 square inches per logo. Playing rules subcommittees, oversight committees, and sports committees for NCAA sports will address restrictions on where the logos can be placed. However, the Division I cabinet said there is an expectation that logos must be placed outside of designated sections of uniforms as necessary for officiating purposes. According to the announcement from the cabinet, it is also supporting efforts by the NCAA to explore the possibility of teams wearing the patches during NCAA championships in collaboration with corporate marketing. So as the NBA has adjusted to it and accepted it, so has the NCAA. They're saying because they have to play student athletes now, which makes sense. Schools actually, but listen, at the end of the day, all these universities are making billions of dollars mainly from their basketball and football program. And it's funding other sports as well. But at the end of the day, we know y'all really got the bread. But they just want to make some more. And I'm not mad at it. In a capitalist country, I understand it. I just hope it don't look tacky. I hope it's super small like this. Like the NBA's. Don't make it too loud, too big, pause. Nothing crazy like that. Make it small. Don't make it like the WNBA is basically what I'm saying. The WNBA need to reduce the sponsor name on their jerseys. Let's talk about that. How are we going to take y'all serious when y'all jerseys look like race car drivers or soccer players? You got T-Mobile, AT&T, big as hell under your name. We think your name is Wilson AT&T. That's what we don't want. Don't let the sponsorships get to that point where they're taking over the jersey. You know what I'm saying? And we getting confused as to what's your team name. Do you play for the KFC? You know what I'm saying? You play for KFC or do you play for Kentucky? Real talk though. So that's what we don't want. Don't let the sponsorship and the money get in the way of the integrity of the game and the players and the jerseys. Other than that, make that money, fam. And I'm not, as a fan from the stands, I really don't care about the money that you make. I just think it's interesting because it's slowly being adopted and showing you how much the money is important. Surprised they haven't been doing this, especially if it's going to be just small like this on the logo. You got it, fam. Let me know what you think, though. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show 313-466-4386. Since we are talking about college, let's talk about this as well. College. Yeah, APnews.com. That's the Associated Press. That's where the story is coming from. The college football playoffs resolved a few of its thorny issues on Friday, January 23rd, including how to deal with Notre Dame, but left the toughest one unresolved, staying at 12 teams for next year and failing to expand the postseason to 16 or more teams. The CFP's management committee made the predictable announcement that the 12-team format would stay the same for next season, with Executive Director Rich Clark selling that as a way for the conferences to better assess the need for potential change. That conclusion became obvious over the weekend when the commissioners came out of their last scheduled meeting before Friday's deadline with no agreement. The most notable changes they agreed to were agreeing Notre Dame has a spot in the field if it finishes in the top 12 in the rankings and holding automatic spots to the champions of the Power 4 conferences. That's the Big 10, the SEC, the Big 12, and the ACC. Excuse me. But the key issue of expansion remains unresolved. The SEC and the most of the other conferences favored moving to 16 teams with an emphasis on at-large berths. But the Big 10 wanted 24 or more teams with a large group of automatic qualifiers, a system that would further diminish the value of conference title games in exchange for play-in games for, say, second, third, and fourth place. That's a lot of language, I will say. But I think the NCAA's football format for the playoffs, quote unquote, to the championship should be expanded just like the basketball. It should be just like that. It should be just as big. Pause. It should have a lot of teams. The NCAA basketball got 60. Start with 64. Then it goes down to 32. Then 16. Then 8. Then 4. Then 2. And that's the championship. You know what I'm saying? So I think the football should do that as well. There's a lot of college teams, man. A lot of college teams. Make it big just like that. Pause. Do or die. Football is a do or die sport anyway. One game round robin. You don't play like a 3-game series for the most part. Unless they're in your own division in the NFL. So, like, unlike the NBA playoffs, I think it should not be serious. It should be expanded. It should be like 24, if not 32 or 64 teams starting off in the playoffs. Start it off early. Make it a whole, like, March Madness. Take over a whole month. Actually, that'd be a lot. That'd be too much for a month. 64 games. Wow. I mean, not 64, but 64 teams is 32 games. It'd be tough to watch, like March Madness is. You can't watch all the games, but you watch it as it gets nailed down, and you watch your favorite teams. That's what I think it'll be interesting. So I'm on the side of the Big Ten of making 24 or more teams in the college football playoffs. That's what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show 313-466-4386. I think that's all the topics that we got. Now, this is random, but I just wanted to post her up real quick. In case you don't know who this is, this is Trinity Rodman. This is Dennis Rodman's daughter, fam. She a cutie, I ain't gonna lie. She a cutie. She plays soccer for the United States women's team. She just signed with the Washington somethings. I don't know. Who cares, fam? Good little red bone, man. She look good. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how she look without the makeup, but she looking good right now. Other than that, I'm watching the Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks play. Mavericks have a 95-85 lead right now. Anytime they said Luka has played against Dallas since he's been traded to the Lakers, he's actually won. He's 3-0. So at this rate, being down by 10, if they continue this will be his first time, Luka Doncic's first time losing against his former team, the Dallas Mavericks. I want to talk about the Dallas Mavericks, but I got her up. Let me get this going real quick. But anyway, live streaming, watching the game right now. We're gonna get up out of here. We got the live score behind us. Like I said, about a 10-point loss or 10-point deficit right now with the Mavericks. I mean, with the Lakers, I should say. What are your predictions for the game? Do you think the Lakers are gonna pull this off? They're gonna come out of nowhere and win this game and keep Luka's streak against his own or against his former team undefeated, or, it is what it is. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat, in the comments, or call into the show, 313-466-4386. We about to go ahead and get up out of here, man. I don't even want to waste any more time. I got to get myself together and get up out of here. Yeah. Yo, listen, I ain't even going to lie. We going to end the show on that picture. And go ahead and get up out of here. Hey, before we do that, though, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that share button. We appreciate the love. Check out more streams, shorts, videos. We're going to try to have more content, different shows on the show as well. From the stands of a sports fan, my baby. Thank you for kicking with Casey and MC. We're going to leave out on this note on Trinity Rodman. Who knew Dennis Rodman can produce something that looked this good? She cute. I'll take it. But we'll see how she look without the makeup. I don't know. We don't want to get too caught up on that. She is light skinned. Hey, man, appreciate you for kicking with KC. We up out of here from the stands, baby.